Welcome back to the One-on-One Sports Webcast. I'm joined by our NFL experts, Sam Herb and Robbie Nana. Gentlemen, we are approaching the halfway point in the NFL season, and some general managers have reason to be concerned. So I'm going to give you guys a team, and you will talk about if their GM needs to make some moves or not. And remember, the NFL trading deadline is just 1 week away. So, gentlemen, we'll start with the 2-4 New Orleans Saints. Does this team need fixing, or should GM Mickey Loomis stand pat? Robbie, we'll start with you.
You know, the Saints, they've had a tough break this year. Mark Ingram just missed 3 games with a broken thumb, and Jarius Byrd, who's been a playmaker for them for a while, has been out. But Mark Ingram's back now, and the Saints, when they're healthy, they're a really powerful team, and they're a force to be reckoned with in the league.
I couldn't agree more. I think that the Saints' biggest issue is they just need to learn how to win a road game. They're 0-4 on the road this year. They've lost 3 road games, though, by 3 points, 2 points, and 1 point. If they can find a way to get a couple road wins, this is still an extremely dangerous team at home. They have 6 remaining home games. If they can scrape together 2 or 3 wins on the road, I think this is still a playoff team and a potential Super Bowl contender.
Definitely. I mean, they got the Packers, the Panthers, and the 49ers, who are all good teams, but I think now that they're back and healthy, they'll do fine.
All right, guys, let's move from a team that's struggling in the Saints to a team that's actually playing really well, and that's the Indianapolis Colts. They're 5-2. So does GM Ryan Grissom need to make a move to make this team a legitimate contender?
It's really hard to say. You couldn't be more right, Tim. They're on fire. They're playing wonderful football. They started off 0-2, lost 2 tight games. Robert Mathis goes down with a season-ending injury. But this team has looked fantastic. I mean, they've dominated Baltimore and Cincinnati. I would say, though, I think that if they could make a move to get a pass rusher, not a necessary thing. The defenses look great, but if they can get that, I think that takes them from a very good team to a potential Super Bowl team.
I totally agree that they need to get something on defense, and that's why I've actually specifically had a mock trade that they need to trade Jarrell Freeman, who's their middle linebacker right now, and a draft pick for A.J. Hawk on the Packers. That's somebody who's had experience, he's a veteran, and he's established himself in the league, and he could really help that team out.
A.J. Hawk's a middle linebacker, though. It doesn't really help with the pass rush. I was thinking you might want to think about going to a team like St. Louis, a team like Oakland, teams that are pretty much out of the playoff picture but have an excess amount of pass rushers, might be willing to give up one of them for a 3rd or 4th round pick. I think that could really boost their chances down the line when they got to go up against quarterbacks such as Peyton Manning or Tom Brady come playoff time.
Definitely.
All right, guys, I love what you're saying, but let's move on from a team like the Colts that's fighting for a playoff spot to a team that really doesn't have a chance of making the playoffs. The winless Oakland Raiders. If you're GM Reggie McKenzie, what do? Do you try to trade some of your veterans and get draft picks, or do you just let the season fizzle out?
You know, you got to start looking to the offseason, unfortunately. I mean, it's tough, haven't won a game, but as a positive, they're going to get a good draft pick, probably going to be top 5, definitely top 10. And that's why you're looking at guys like Amari Cooper from Alabama as a wide receiver, maybe Leonard Williams from USC, could be an excellent pass rusher. But, yeah, you definitely just have to look to the future and just build off what they have now.
I think that Oakland needs, they need to look to make trades. The problem is they've just put themselves in such terrible shape this offseason. They got rid of 2 of their younger stars, their top defensive tackle, and they signed a bunch of veterans to these big 2-year deals. So they're not even an enticing expiring contract. Couple guys that they could potentially move that would be enticing is running back Darren McFadden, who maybe a playoff team might pick up if one of their backs gets dinged up or just goes down altogether. There are some pieces here. Khalil Mack, I think, is going to be a really good player. Derek Carr has played a lot better than I anticipated him playing. James Jones has shown some sparks with that offense. They're playing better since Tony Sparano took over. I do agree, though, I think that it's going to be very difficult for them to make moves. Maybe they give up Justin Tuck or Charles Woodson and maybe get a 4th or 5th round pick. It's looking bleak, though, in Raider Town.
All right, good stuff, guys. That's all the time we have for this NFL block. But stay tuned, as Alex will sit down with our NBA experts to talk about some rookies looking to make a big impact this season.